Good evening, everyone, and thanks for waiting. Today, as you know, we had an extra Eurogroup to start our talks with the new Greek colleague to already cover some ground in advance of the regular Eurogroup, which is on Monday. It was the first opportunity to meet and to listen to the Greek colleagues on their plans, their ambitions, the new government, and that was, I think, very welcome and useful. We had an intense discussion and constructive, covering a lot of ground, also making progress, but not enough progress yet at this point to come to joint conclusions. So we will continue our talks on Monday. Monday we have a regular Eurogroup with a number of agenda items, but also we will continue our talks on Greece and the current and future cooperation with Greece. That's where we stand. There's no real conclusions that I can share with you. You will have to bear with us for a little longer. We will continue our talks on Monday. That's as far as I can go at this point. I'm open to all your questions, but I'm already going to say to you that you will have to be patient, and I will probably repeat that 5 times on your questions, but I'll try anyway. So, the lady behind you first.
Hi, Gabriel Steinhauser from the Wall Street Journal. One question for you, Mr. President. There were several drafts of a statement inside the room, from what we understand. Can you tell us why in the end there was no statement? What exactly was the language that you couldn't agree on? And then a question also for Madame Lagarde. We understand that there was a deal, or we are very close to a deal on aid for Ukraine. Can you tell us what kind of deal we're looking at there? How long will it last? How much funding is coming from Europe and other countries? Yes, thank you.
As I said, we didn't come to joint conclusions. And if you don't come to joint conclusions, you can't make a statement or put out a statement. So that's basically all I can say about it at this point. It's not about wording, it's about the amount of progress that we've made. We did make a lot of progress in the sense that we now understand better where we all are from different sides and positions, but simply not enough to come to joint conclusions, and that is a requirement to then produce a statement. So there's not much point in going into any drafts.
Concerning Ukraine, thank you for your question. I'm afraid that I'm going to invite you to come to a 9 o'clock tomorrow morning conference that will take place, I believe, at the Sofitel Hotel, where I'll be able to give you the details of the answer to your question. But we have made tremendous progress, and we are very, very close to actual completion of this project.
Monsieur le Commissaire, une question en français, s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que vous avez trouvé que le ministre grec des Finances a fait des demandes et des propositions suffisamment claires pour que vous ayez une idée de ce que la Grèce désire et de ce qu'elle peut faire aujourd'hui?
Je m'exprimerai comme Jérôme Dijsselbloem, le président de l'Eurogroupe, pour dire que je pense que c'était une réunion utile ce soir. Elle a été utile pour clarifier la vision qu'a la Grèce de sa situation. Et je pense que nous avons partagé cette vision clairement. Elle a été utile pour aider la Grèce, le gouvernement grec, à comprendre comment les autres États membres et les institutions autour de la table voient cette situation. Je crois qu'il est apparu aussi de manière très claire qu'il y a une double volonté, celle de respecter le vote du peuple grec, mais aussi le mandat qui est le sien, de respecter ses engagements à l'égard des institutions et de l'Union européenne et des États membres. Il apparaît aussi que chaque État membre attend que ses propres électeurs soient respectés et compris. Mais au final, comme l'a dit Jeroen, malgré, je crois, de bons efforts, malgré une bonne volonté mutuelle, nous n'avons pas pu parvenir à une déclaration commune. Et donc nous allons reprendre dans cet état d'esprit les discussions lundi sous la présidence de Jérôme Dijsselbloem.
Star Channel Greece. You said there's now wording it's progress that is missing. Could you be a little bit more specific about what kind of progress? Is it about action, specific things that the Greek government has to do? Is it about the extension? Do they accept the framework at all, or we're worlds apart?
We explored a number of issues, one of which was the future of the current program. I mean, it's a fact, and I'm just stating a fact, that we are, and Greece is at the moment still in a ongoing program. It expires at the end of the month, which also makes clear the amount of time that we have. And we discussed the possibility of an extension. For some, it was clear that that is the preferred option. But we haven't quite come to that conclusion as yet. The institutions have made quite clear that they stand ready to work with the Greek authorities, but it needs a political conclusion first for the institutions to start that kind of work. So we will need a little more time for that. We have already a new meeting set up on Monday, and possibly we will make the last bit of progress that we need to really get that work started.
Christopher Zieler for the Stuttgarter Zeitung in Germany. Before the meeting, you said that you wanted to establish a working process towards next Monday. Has that been agreed, or from your words I understand even that has not been reached? Is that correct?
You're absolutely right. It was my ambition to agree on the steps to take the next couple of days so we could spend them well and make more progress between now and Monday. Unfortunately, we've not been able to do that, so we will continue our talks on Monday and move on from there.
So, Eleni Varvitiot from Kathimerini. So I understand that there will be no further talks till Monday. No experts are going to Athens to see if there's a further progress or a further deal that can be reached. We have the deadlines on the 28th of February. We have one more meeting. Do you feel like, was there a specific proposal by the Greeks set on the table that was not agreed by you, or just the extension was on the table?
No, we didn't actually go into detailed proposals. We didn't enter into negotiations on the content of the program or a program. We simply tried to work on the next steps over the next couple of days, making progress before Monday. Unfortunately, we're unable to do that. So on your question, will people start working in Athens or elsewhere? Not between now and Monday, because we would need to have common ground on the process forward, which we covered a lot of ground but didn't actually reach a joint conclusion on how to take the next steps. Monday is very soon, so we will continue our work straight away on Monday. But there has to be a political agreement on the way forward before it is useful for the experts to get into the grassroots of it all. You're beginning to notice that I'm repeating myself, so if you will forgive us, we'll end the press conference here and talk to you soon. Thank you.